Netflix's rapid rise over the last few years shows little sign of slowing down anytime soon. Even just focusing on the TV series, there's so much content to come in 2018 that it's enough to make you ponder cancelling your subscription or stop using your mate's login, you know who you are, to save the hassle of even trying to keep up with it all. Hit shows are coming back after agonizingly long breaks, and there are brand new dramas, comedies, and animations on the horizon. Some may be far more exciting than others, not you, Iron Fist, but you'll be spoilt for choice if and when you fancy a change from binge-watching Friends for the millionth time. With that in mind, I'm Adam Wilborn from What Culture, and these are 10 Netflix original series you must watch in 2018. Number 10, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. With Riverdale fast becoming one of the most talked about shows of the last year, it's no surprise that a spin-off is already in the works. Sabrina, another of Archie Comics' most recognisable characters, has been discussed for some time, but rather than bringing her into the main show or doing another CW series, this companion piece will be on Netflix instead. It'll be darker than Riverdale and much darker than the 90s take on the teenage witch, back when dressing like this was apparently acceptable. Infused with horror elements, featuring a brand new Salem and based on the creepy comic of the same name, it'll star Kiernan Shipka in the lead role, with the 10-episode first season set to drop later this year. Number 9, Disenchantment. The first TV series from The Simpsons creator Matt Groening since Futurama in 1999. How old does that make you feel? Disenchantment will be an adult animated sitcom set in the crumbling kingdom of Beanlandia, following the alcoholic Princess Bean, her personal demon Lucy, and elf companion Elfo. According to Groening, the show will explore life, death, love, and sex, and looks set to be skewed towards an older audience much more than either of his other shows, while his track record in creating hit comedies pretty much speaks for itself. Just try not to think about the fact that there's been more bad Simpsons episodes than good. Oh yeah, there's a graph and everything. Number 8, Glow Season 2. One of Netflix's best new offerings of last year, Glow, which came from the producers of Orange is the New Black and was based on the real-life promotion Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, became something much greater than its simply fun premise suggested. Not only did it land the in-ring action, but brought heaps of drama and comedy outside of it, while being an effortless binge with the episodes just over 30 minutes long. I may or may not have watched the entire season in an evening. Don't judge me! Season 2 can continue the promotion and has the cliffhanger to resolve, no spoilers here, along with diving deeper into the characters and the mending of Ruth and Debbie's friendship. Number 7, American Vandal Season 2. Another one of Netflix's breakout hits from last year, American Vandal provided a pitch-perfect pastiche of the true crime docuseries the very same streaming service helped popularise. Not only was it razor-sharp satire, but also an engaging mystery in its own right, while the sheer amount of dick jokes never felt overly juvenile or too much. Trust me, working in an office with Jules, you find out what the limits are. It's unclear right now what the second season will be about, but student filmmakers Peter Maldonado and Sam Eklund will indeed be the ones making the new documentary, likely to take place in a different high school, but the same universe. Number 6, Arrested Development Season 5. Yes! It's officially happening! They promised no going back. 4 years after Netflix's revival, we're revisiting the Bluth family once more. And while Season 4 didn't exactly live up to the heights of its initial run, though what could, things do sound more promising this time around. Scheduling conflicts were a big issue last time around, meaning this season was incredibly disparate. But this time, everyone should be back together properly, and that can only be a good thing. At its best, Arrested Development is ridiculously funny, smart, and layered. And if you can get even close to that form, then we'll have one of the year's best sitcoms on our hands. Number 5, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. After over 20 years of making some of the funniest, smartest, weirdest, and greatest movies around, oh, and The Lady Killers, Joel and Ethan Coen are bringing their talents to the small screen. Their Netflix venture will be a Western anthology, with each episode telling a different tale from the American frontier and featuring actors such as James Franco and Zoe Kazan. Binding them all together will be Tim Blake Nelson's titular singing cowboy, and the format should allow them to have a lot of fun within a genre they've already shown they can handle extremely well. Personally, I can't wait for this one. Number 4. Daredevil Season 3. The show that launched the Netflix Marvel Universe and remains one of its very best offerings is set to return to our screens later this year for its first run since March 2016. That gap has been helped, in part, by Matt Murdock having the strongest arc in The Defenders, which ended with a big hint towards an adaptation of seminal comic storyline, Born Again. Further casting news only reinforces that, and if done right, this could be one of the most explosive comic book stories we've seen on a screen of any size. Here's how Ewan, Lord of What Culture Comics, subscribe now, reacted when he heard Daredevil was returning. Number 3. Jessica Jones Season 2. By the time Jessica Jones returns in March, it will have been 2.5 years since the show's first season, which is far too long, even accounting for a place in The Defenders and ever-increasing TV productions. Hopefully, it'll be worth the wait, because the first season remains the best Marvel TV show yet put on screen. Fight me. Dark, violent and edgy, but with a sense of humour, strong messages and commentary on real issues, and brilliant performances across the board, not least from the star Kristen Ritter, it just about topped Daredevil's first run. With a few new faces, a big mystery to uncover, and the return of David Tennant, there's a reason to believe Season 2 will be every bit as good as Season 1, and maybe even better. Maybe? Number 2. Bojack Horseman Season 5. Bojack Horseman delivered yet another hilarious and devastating run with its 4th season in 2017, which also represented its most ambitious yet. The ending wasn't quite as dramatic as that to Season 3, but Season 4 did leave things nicely poised for the next outing in Hollywood, with interesting developments to pick up in the relationships between Bojack and Hollyhock, and also Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter. The show has consistently been one of the funniest, smartest, and most poignant on TV for the last few years, so its return can't come soon enough. I am counting the bloody days. Number 1. Maniac. Understatement alert! The last Starry series, directed by Cary Fukunaga, went pretty well, and Maniac, while a very different beast to True Detective, is an equally exciting prospect. Aside from Fukunaga, the show will bring back together Emma Stone and Jonah Hill, who starred together in Superbad, for a darkly comic series set at a mental institution. Lovely. Support comes from Justin Theroux, Sally Field, and Sonoya Mizuno, and the 10-episode first season will revolve around the fantasy worlds created by Stone and Hill's characters. It's a premise with a hell of a lot of potential for comedy, drama, and an exploration of mental illness, made even better by the A-list talent involved. And that's our list. Which Netflix shows are you most excited for this year? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Adam from What Culture, and I'll see you soon.